I need to do Enchant Worldle. I need to do this. I'm probably going to be streaming for a reasonable amount of time today. You got a cube? What kind of cube you got, Numbskull? I'm probably going to be streaming for a reasonable amount of time today. Because despite the fact that, boy, are my arms tired. I got the need to stream. I want to play some Vintage Cube. I want to talk about new cards. You know, all that. Missing the old setup. The impromptu setup. Okay, so 4 mana or 5 mana, uncommon that is either an enchantment or a creature that is in green or black. How about Arrogant Worm? 4 mana, uncommon. 4 mana, green, uncommon, legendary creature? Could be... I don't think there were...
Eggs! E-double-G-S eggs!
Mowu? No, Mowu would have been after this. Uncommon green legend. Unless it's an uncommon green artifact creature. I don't think so. Uncommon green legendary creature. When did they start doing I mean, they did uncommon commanders in Kamigawa. Is this going to be... I mean, it could just be a Kamigawa card. Could be a Kamigawa card. Let me think. Oh, it's... I don't know if it could do the flip side. I mean, Orochi Egg Watcher's a 3-drop. I mean, I guess there's one way to find out. Nagao is the 4 mana. I'm trying to think of what the uncommon green one is. If there is one. It is a Kamigawa card. Why can't I think of this uncommon? Oh, it's going to be one of the Snake Twins. Oh, fuck. I mean, it's Sachi or Sosuke. Let's go with Sachi. Fuck. God damn it. It was a coin flip and I lost. This card's dope, by the way. 2/2 green for a 3/4 legendary creature, Snake Warrior. Other snakes you control get +1/+0. And whenever a warrior you control deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature at the end of combat. This is a pretty dope card to play in like a lower budget warrior deck for commander. It's also just a dope snake commander. I definitely tried playing a casual... Well, I didn't like take it seriously, but I had like a snake deck in type 2. It was my like play with people that didn't have real decks deck. Yeah, this one's dope though. This one's dope. All right, on to the Enchant World. Oh. Creature. Blue. That's not at. That's not when. You may... Okay, well, I knew that. So why'd I type... Why'd I select the Y? Why'd I Y? You may draw... It's gonna be one of those ones where I need to like get some more letters down here. That's a lot of things after an M. You may cast. No. Oh, it's a shapeshifter. You may have card name enter as a copy of any something permanent. You may have card name enter as a copy. Image phantasmally. Clever impersonator. Shit. All right. Cool. On to the real spice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's so many lines of text. Well, let's figure out if it's a sorcery or an instant. Instant. Instant, huh? With an S in the name. That's not the name of the card. What the fuck? Lesser. Something, something. With lesser than. The fuck is this? The hell is this word? Oh, that N did nothing for me. Then. Oh. Apple. Lesser apple. Pen. What the fuck is this card called? Lesser mana value. Putus. Then shuffle. Put it. Okay. Something, something, something. Then something, something, something. Something, something with lesser mana value. Put it onto the battlefield. Tapped. You put it onto the battlefield tapped. Lesser mana value. So we're putting something onto the battlefield tapped for lesser mana value? As an instant. It's not Chaos Warp. It feels very Chaos Warpy. Puts it into the battlefield. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. I need to know what this thing is saying. Like, I need to figure out what this word is. Target. Something, target, creature. What the fuck is this? Something target creature. Then that creature's... Wait. When that creature dies this turn... When that creature dies this turn... Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn. 7. 7 when. When that creature dies this turn. Oh, I feel like I know this card. You pick a creature. Like, I'm pretty sure I wanted to play this card. It's in green. It's in green black. I think it's the green black one from Strixhaven. Okay, so I think I know. Choose target creature. When that creature dies this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value. Put that creature... Wait. Put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. So when something dies... It's the, yeah, it's the fucking black-green one from Strixhaven, right? Like, God, oh, I was high on this card. I remember being kind of high on this card and thinking like, oh, I can Sandy B with this thing. Now it's just trying to figure out... What? Rushed? Rushed Rebirth. I think it's Rushed Rebirth. I think it's Rushed Rebirth. Yeah. Fuck. That was so hard. I knew it too. I knew it as soon as we got the choose or the dies. I played this card. I just didn't. Yeah, I've played this card. Oh fuck. I hate it. I hate it when it takes that long. Something made noise off screen. Simwat back for the 11th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for all the support. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. The first time catching your stream. Oh, the fan that ran into the board game cafe. Hello. How are you? I head off the work in an hour. I figure I'd kill some time here. Well, you joined us at the portion of the stream where I try to guess a magic card with basically no information. And we did get there. Although that might be the most, like, that's probably the closest we've ever got. That's the closest we've ever got to whiffing on this. Okay. We are going to talk foundations.
Abusing magic.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You mentioned the Tamiyo's casebook in Madison. Okay, cool. We'll take a look at that off stream. Clockwork Menagerie, welcome back for the 4th month. How y'all doing? Glad to have you. Good to see you. Just Foundations and also Jumpstart 25. I'll be talking about every new card that is going to be coming out with the release of this set. Opinion on the change of damage assignment rules. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I vaguely know. I don't know what the actual change is. My guess is it probably has something to do with no longer ordering blockers, or you just like it's all done. It changed. No longer order blockers. Cold shot. You just assign damage. Oh, so there's like no blowout. I see. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm all for people getting blown out less, and but I'm also against the removal of certain strategic kind of applications of combat tricks and assigning damage and whatnot. Okay. So MagicCon Vegas was this past weekend. It was cool and good. I'm not a huge fan of Vegas the city because one, I don't really gamble. I drink, but I don't like spending exorbitant amounts of money to drink. And I don't have the time to see shows. And I don't really eat much steak. So those four things really kind of make Vegas a bit of a for me. And it dries up my sinuses. But you know, for a Magic event, I mean, I'm just I wake up early in the morning, I get to the hall, I'm there at the hall for like 12 hours, and then I go to bed. That is I'm there to work. I mean, I'll hang out with some people sometimes, but I'm fucking beat at these events, you know? So I didn't, you know, but I've been to Vegas. This may have been my like 14th time in Vegas. Like I've been to Vegas so many times, so many goddamn times. But now I'm old. My birthday was on Monday. I'm fucking ancient. It doesn't really do it for me anymore. That said, the weather wasn't that bad. It wasn't too hot. The convention center wasn't that bad. Incredibly heavy air conditioning. I didn't like the flip. For those that weren't there, long story short, there was just like an added walk to get to the convention center. And like the staff entrance was at the front if you were coming from the hotels. That one, I don't know why. I assume it was done for some kind of like logistical reason or some safety reason or whatever. It wasn't as bad for me personally, but you know, there are folks with mobility issues. It's a Magic the Gathering convention, so there are going to be you know, heavier folk that are not having a good time out in the heat, walking around doing that kind of thing. So that kind of stunk. But yeah, the actual event is always, I mean, every time I think that these events can't get busier for me, they do. I had barely any time to I tried playing games. I managed to play a good amount of Canlander, and I did play 2 Commander games, which is wild. Honestly, the 2 Commander games, big mistake. Although I won the first Commander game, I brought Kagemaru. I brought Kagemaru First to Suffer, Voltron, where it was like Kagemaru Homicidal Seclusion style deck. And I just played every single Sign in Blood. And that was a lot of fun. But then there was also a game where I literally decked myself, because I couldn't kill. I had to kill one person, and then the other person was just going to win, and it was kind of a fun scenario. So the 2 games I did play were great, but I'm at the point now where I don't know if I can actually play Commander at cons. I'm just too busy. Like, there's a huge difference between people that are there to work and then the people like creators that are there as like creators or whatever, right? where like I would have liked to have hung out in the creator zone or jammed games with people, but no, no time, barely any time. What little time I did have was spent jamming games against people and also getting some sick German foils signed by the artists. And even then, I wasn't able to get any of my Chris Ron stuff signed because the Chris Ron lineup was 4 hours from what I was told. That's wild. Anywho, but over the weekend, got to meet a lot of new faces, meet a lot of returning faces. Gotta tell you, it is so heartwarming hearing all the people that play Canlander. Tons of new people that played Canlander. More people came up to me to say that they play Canlander. Like basically most of my interactions were, hey, I got into Canlander because of you or in North 100, and that is dope. Or, hey, last year we talked, or at this other convention we talked, and I had just gotten into Canlander, and now we have a play group that meets weekly for with 8 to 16 people or whatever, which was so dope. A lot of people mentioning that also just like in more remote spots that were like, I would love to play Canlander. Like there was somebody from Alaska and they're like, I want to get more people into Canlander. Right now it's just me and my girlfriend that are playing, but like the other 2 people in our play group are getting into it. And I was so stoked because I got to go like, oh my God, there's like an Alaskan group. Like there's like a group of people closer to Anchorage that play, and they have like, I think they get like 8 people. And I was so stoked because one of my favorite things to do at these events is go, hey, you group of like 4 to 6 people and this group of 4 to 6 people come together and kiss, right? Make a big like weekly event or whatever. And of course they're like, oh, we're 4 hours away from them. Which was like, oh, okay. But that happened a couple of times too, but that's still nice to hear, right? It's just like, even in these more remote locations, you just have people playing more and more Canlander. And we did a little Canlander meetup. It was a little like slops magops, kind of on my part, kind of on the communication part. We're not recording a tap concede for the recap, so I'll offer some feedback and complaints and whatnot in a constructive manner. But one of them was just like, shit moved, stuff changed, and that's terrible because I'm telling people one thing and then all of a sudden it's like, no, actually you have to be somewhere doing a thing that you are contractually obligated to do. And so we were going to have a meetup on the Sunday and it just didn't work for me, and it didn't work. And I was like, well, I don't have to be there. There could be the other people to be there. And then the other people I talked to, or the other people, including, loading ready run people, it didn't really work out. And so it's like, okay, well, shit, how about Saturday morning, like the day with the most people there, we can do this meetup. And there was a good amount of people at the meetup. Like, honestly, no joke, I probably met about 200 Canlander players over the weekend. Like an absurdly high amount. I should have really, kept track of it. But like when you're effectively, I'm going to use the word interrupted, but I don't mean it in a bad way. When you're getting interrupted every 45 seconds or like 30 seconds, you see a lot of people over the weekend. You meet a lot of people, you say hi to a lot of people, and you sign a lot of cards, take a lot of photos, whatever. It's so much Canlander. So many of those people are Canlander. Or looking to get into Canlander, I guess. I mean, if you include that, then the number goes way up. Yeah, so the Canlander was great. Had a lot of fun playing against people, talking to people, hearing their stories, seeing the cards that they picked up. 3, I think my Beta Berserk count was at 3 by the end of the weekend, which was pretty dope. Like 3 new, freshly bought Beta Berserks, which, I mean, that's all I ever want to hear, is people buying Beta Berserks. yeah, that part ruled. So let me break stuff down. I guess before that, one of the funniest parts of the weekend. Oh, where did I put it? That's not a good thing to misplace. Here. One of the funniest part of the weekends was leading up to the event. It was James's birthday as well, right? It was James's birthday on the Saturday, and it was my birthday on the Monday. And leading up to the event, I had a bit where I was just telling people to give me, if you ever see me at an event, give me $5. Like, you just give me $5. I think it's a very funny interaction. I love the look on everybody's face around you when you just see somebody hand them $5. Yeah, $5 American specifically. But I was open to exceptions, because I'll take whatever money you want to give me. And obviously I'll do. You want cards signed, you want a playmat signed, you want a photo, you want to jam a game. None of that comes with a price tag associated with it. I'm there. That's literally why I'm there. But if you do see me and you have it, $5 American. On James's, and I also kind of tied it into my birthday. I'm like, okay, so it's my birthday, so you have to be nice to me. Parentheses, give me $5 American. James put up a poll for his birthday, with the intention of sending all the donations to charity. And so James, a lot of people gave James money on his birthday to give to charity, which is incredibly admirable. Me, I'm just taking this money. So this is what I ended up with. It's going to the Human Fund, the Human Foundation. The Human Foundation. So this is like $350 in mostly fives. I don't know what I want to do with it. Oh, I should mention, anytime somebody gave me a bill, I asked them to sign it. So there's, just like sign over that seal. It's not a felony. I double checked. I triple checked. Rent paid. Oh, you wish. I mean, I wish. Fuck, it's Victoria, BC. I don't know what to do with it. I may frame it, some of it. I may just save it and, keep that ball rolling for something bigger down the line that we could do for a stream. I may just buy an FBB Scrubland because I don't, whatever. Something. I want to do something funny with it that multiple people benefit from. But yeah, that was a wild part of the weekend. And just seeing everybody, like all the staff, just like seeing it happen over and over again, be like, what the hell is going on? Because I'm not buying cards or selling cards on the floor or anything like that. It was just very, very funny. Sorry, I missed some subs here. Dr. Strangeold for the 53rd month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the support. Modus, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Thank you for the subscription. Glad to have you join us. Alex won for the 34th month. It was great meeting you in Vegas. Glad I got some time away from judging to play some Flying Men in Canlander and getting a beta Berserk. Hell yeah. Happy to see somebody representing Flying Men. Happy to see the Berserk. And I'm not going to apologize about what happened in Canlander, but I took so many extra turns against some incredibly nice people out there. I brought Scape Shift Turns with me as my Canlander deck. And I'm just like, hey, it's really nice meeting you. Anyways, hold on. Seasons Past, Return Time Walk, Fetch Land, Mystical Tutor, and just looping them. Like, oh, I do the Scape Shift. Whoopsie doopsie. I will say, getting to beat both Back to Basics and was it Back to Basics and Winter Moon in the same game? That felt pretty good. Incandescent Obliv, welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing and supporting the channel. Glad to have you, may I say. Good to see you.
Nice moves, Wheeler, but no banana yet.
Lirazel, thank you for the 500 bits. Now you have to sign it. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Another big thing happened. This was something that I mean, totally candid moment here. I had wanted since this first happened.
Wheeler,
And
using magic.
How dare you?
No.
this was, I'll go through part of the weekend. So the first thing we did on the weekend, Friday morning, was we were in the Gavin's Unknown event. And Gavin was not there for the subsequent Unknown events. He had like a very close friend was getting married that he was going to be like at the wedding and all that stuff. So he was like only there on the Friday and made sure that we were there. The Loading Ready Run was there for the Friday one. And I figured out why that was. I got a card. Multiple people from Loading Ready Run got a card. Specifically the folks that are more involved in, like consistently involved in the Magic streams. I believe we got Graham, Kathleen, Ben, myself, Nelson, Serge, Cameron, and James.
How dare you?
No.
I think it was that was the 8 that got them. This is my card, the Wheeling Runner. 3 and a red for a 3/4 legendary creature, Splinter Gamer. You may spend any type of mana to cast cards that didn't start in your deck. Whenever the Wheeling Runner deals combat damage to a player, you may discard your hand. If you do, choose 4 vintage legal cards at random. Add those cards to your hand. The random card feature on a search site may help. And then it has ready to run. You can have 2 commanders if both have ready to run. Yeah, I assume that the Desert Breast one was James's card. So my commander literally Scryfall randoms you or makes you enchant Worldle. I'm happy to report that not only did I die to this card in spectacular fashion, but I also heard that somebody hit Black Lotus off this. That another person hit 2 rituals, a land that they didn't have in play, and a fireball effect. Like this card was broken. Like it, I playing against it and hearing the stories about this card was wild. It just killed people. Not to mention, I don't know if this can actually cast like an off-color commander. The Unknown had different rules this time after a couple of issues with having legal, like players not having a legal commander for their deck. Splinter. Yeah, so I asked Gavin, I was like, why am I a Splinter Gamer? And I was like, is this like a Splinter Twin like combo reference? And I asked Gavin, and he was like, oh, well, I tried to figure out what the most obscure creature type in the game could be, and I found that there is one card with splinter creatures. And I was like, okay, don't tell me. I want to try and remember this myself. And it took some time. As he was saying it, I was like, oh my God, yeah, okay. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. It's around the like 1996 kind of era. Like, I think my first thing was like, oh fuck, it's like from Mirage or something. And then, funny enough, I ran into somebody I knew from Victoria who was good friends with another player, like a longtime Victoria player, who they didn't collect, but they were kind of obsessed with this one card called Splintering Wind. It's a green enchantment rare from Alliances that has cumulative upkeep. So I think it has cumulative upkeep, or it makes the things with cumulative upkeep. I don't know. Let's pull it on screen. But basically, yeah, here we go. Splintering Wind deals 1 damage, 2 green, and then play 2 green, 2 and a green, excuse me. Splintering Wind deals 1 damage to target creature. Create a 1/1 green splinter creature token. It has flying and cumulative upkeep, pay a green. When it leaves the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to you and each creature you control. This is the only reference to splinter creature tokens. So that's why I'm a splinter gamer. Aspiring Sphinx for the 7th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the support. Northern Seas for the 15th month. Thank you so much. Glad to have you. How you doing? How you been? Hernelius for the 6th month. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. Good to see you. So I showed my mom the horse choke supercut, and she was very displeased. She also has several questions if I have answers. Yeah, absolutely. As long as she has another 3 hours, I can absolutely answer those questions. Cow and chicken, okay? Yeah, they're fine, right? Because they weren't in the... I don't remember which version of this. They're either dead or they're not. It's kind of a Schrodinger's Nickelodeon show. Anyways, card was good. I'm so happy. I've wanted a version of this. I've wanted a card like this for a long time, and it feels incredibly validating to receive one. With the supposed reason, not supposed, that makes it sound like accusatory, but the reason it took so long is that there's so many members of Loading Ready Run, right? It's just like, it would feel bad to give like 1 card and not a bunch. Although I think Graham got 1 card. So, go flame Graham on social media. You have my blessing. Don't look at that. That's probably full of pornography. Get this off my screen. I did win the Lotus Colonian Hydra game. I had an opponent that went turn 2 Black Lotus Colonian Hydra. I did win that game, although it was very close. Wait, no. Yes, I did win that game. I had to scape shift to wrap the board, though, which was so bad. So bad. I'm not going to spend too much time on showing off all the cool foils I got. I mean, maybe I will. But I'll show off some of the stuff that I received. God bless George, German Gary Oak, for those who watch other Magic the Gathering content productions, because George picked up a bunch of stuff from Germany for me that basically I had been saving up for. And so I'm going to show off a little bit of them if you'd like. I'm going to expand this camera. Are you going to let me... Going to fit to the... this is fine. Okay. How much money was given to me in person? Like $332 or something. Oh, this isn't going to autofocus, is it? I could turn it on to autofocus. No. All right, here we go. We've got Lohnend Ausfahrt. Lohnend Ausfahrt. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've got an Obwagen. An Obwogen. Obwogen. Consider. We've got a Gedanken aus Gedanken aus Radieren. Gedanken aus Radieren. It's pronounced like A. Oh my god, it's perfect for me. Obwagen. We've got a Codex Zerreiser. Codex Zerreiser. Come on, focus on the Codex Shredder. There you go. Codex Zerreiser. Ooh. Optionen. This one was more expensive than I would like to admit. Focus on it. Focus on it. Focus on it. Come on, do your fucking job, camera. Ooh. Ooh. Another one that was a bit pricey. Geistig Notiz. I tried to pick up all the cantrips. There's also I could show off the ones that I put in my Canlander deck too. Urkunden? This one is in my Scapeshift deck, but I was trying to get John Avon to sign it, but his line was just too big. And I didn't have enough time, unfortunately. Onem Pakal der Tausendmond. This one I got because it's a I believe it's a Chris Ron, right? Yeah, it's a Chris Ron. And I did not have time to get it signed, including some other Chris Ron cards. Hey, something this is going to really play well with the trans audience here. Sengender Spear. Am I pandering properly? How do other cis streamers do this? How do you pander? I just make jokes about the Dark Souls wiki, and that seems to get the job done. And then we have Kasal Rudel Kasal Rudel Magia. Spear that sends you your gender. Now, see, this is what Jill Biden's Dr. Jill Biden's America is trying to do. Kasal Rudel Magia. Yeah, we got a Bosley here. Katz Zauberer. Oh, these are some juicy ones. I tried to get this signed by Evan Fong, but I just kept Magyar. Is it Magyar? I didn't know it was a hard G. Cathara Commando Soldaten? Commando Soldaten? It's a big ass name. Pretty good card here. Ooh, Weissfeder Abenturin. It's I can see it. I can see them making the English language and being like, sorry, did you say adventurer? And they're like, no, Abenturin. I love the German word for orc. It's just orc. And cleric is clerico. And then these are, I mean, I don't know if they're my favorite. I mean, they're honestly my favorite. They're my favorite too, because this has been a long time coming. The first one, this is the one that I'm the saddest that I didn't get signed. Lyra Morgenbringer. I would have loved to get this signed by Chris Ron. Hopefully he'll be in Chicago, so I can get it signed in Chicago. And then, oh yeah, I finally got it. George had to order this from Greece for me. Ananda Angle. God damn, I've been just staring at this card. It's not expensive. It was like $10, but holy shit, is this not this is one of the prettiest cards. Even, I mean, do yourself a favor and get yourself a foil M10 copy. The coloring on the M10 version is better than the M21 version as well. Because I've looked at the M21 version and like the widescreen too. The widescreen one's really nice. But yeah, it's literally the backdrop on my phone. It's oh, come on, focus. Eggs. No! Commander Zelda Goatee, no! Thank you for the 40 months. M10 is the best printing. It's so nice. The colors are so rich and thick. I got some Siggies to show off too, if y'all wouldn't mind. I guess before I get to that, oh no, I have one more. This I just found in a binder on the floor. But this is a long time coming too.
Eggs. E-double-G-S eggs.
Dweebert, I swear to God. Montes Reiter? A Mensch Munch. Mensch Munch? Munk? I mean, it's just Munk, but Mensch Munk is pretty funny to me. Oh, it's got everything you need. Flygen. Yeah, you know, I got Flygon, I got Walk Sam Kite, and I've got Isle. Another card I found on the floor. Not foil, but an upgrade for the collection is just a German sneak attack. Schleichengriff. Two things, very, very kind people gave me, I traded for a Mother's Yamazaki, and then somebody gave me their copy of Mother's Yamazaki. I'm pretty sure this is a new one from from Misty Boosty 2. Oh, God. I can't get the focus to, there we go. I'll read what she does. 4 mana 2/2, partner with itself. When this enters, target player may put Mother's Yamazaki into their hand from their library, then shuffle. A commander deck can include 2 of this card, and they can be your commanders. As long as you control exactly 2 permanents named Mother's Yamazaki, the legend rule doesn't apply to them, and samurai you control have +2/+2 and have vigilance and haste. I would love to play this on a Friday night paper fight. I think that's the plan, is to do. I would like to do a Friday night paper fight where we are playing playing these kind of commanders. I know that we're planning on doing one where we play with our own cards, but is it pasted over Fire Song and Sunspeaker? Could be. I know that this was going to be an actual card in MH3. Like that public information. MH3 or MH2. I did see the new Yamazaki arts. I mean, I like the old ones, but I'll take anything if it means more Seitaro and Shujiro, you know? For the Gladiator fans out there, I got a physical copy of Mardu Outrider. I don't know if I'm going to play this in anything, but maybe a mono black cube. Did I see that we got a shout out on today's Magic stream? No. Do you mind sending that, Dravman? That's not a real Magic card. This card is legal in Vintage. This is a real Magic card. You can play this in Vintage. I wouldn't, but you can. This was one that I was very happy to get. And I would like to also play this on like a Friday night paper fight or something. Rusco. I got a Rusco. Now, I still need a couple more of these. But they are showing up on eBay and TCG and stuff. And they're not that bad, honestly. Like, this one was like, there were a bunch of sold options for this card. I mean, I'm going to say a number that's way too much. But it's a thing that, I mean, I moved cards, so it was fine. This is like $100 Canadian. Like that's great. Because I remember that these were going, I dropped it on the ground. And I'm sure they're going to go down too, but that's fine. The person that I got it from was very kind, very, very generous. And you know, I'm okay if it, you know, ends up not being that in a bit. Ooh. Okay, let me watch this Magic clip. Here, I'll set it up for you, chat. And we'll all watch. We'll have a viewing party.
Yeah, I built a deck around Tempest Gen. Abusing
Hey!
Yeah.
Arby's Gaming, come on! Why does this always happen? Dweebird, welcome back for the 27th month. I don't know if I got you or not, but thank you so much. And Arby's Gaming for the 3rd month. I wish you a very merry meat mountain. Did I get it right? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I built a deck around Tempest Gen.
Yeah.
Some of the cards that we're going to show you today. You can say, oh yeah, that's awesome. Like, this is not to shout out too many specific content creators, but so many of these were kind of in the space of Shiva and Ben. We want them to just go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Colostria Highborn? Do you remember that one? Come on.
That card's so good.
Right. So much of this is about closing the gap between someone being a quote-unquote...
That's me. Wow. Wow, we got a shout out on the official Magic channel. Also, now we know Carmen Klumperens, a watcher or listener of the show. I hope that's why Darksteel Colossus got in there. Although the Darksteel episode ended up coming out, you know, recently, but I'm so stoked that Darksteel Colossus is in the foundations. Like that is dope. That is like that's going to be a big moment for somebody down the line. Literally famous. Who, me? I'm not even done, by the way. That was just the German foils that I picked up that weren't signed. Now I got some Siggies to show off. We can go artist by artist. We can go gat for gat. Yeah, I'll show off some Siggies. I got this Fireball. This is a beta Fireball that I've owned since I started playing the game. I got it shadow signed. I love shadow signatures. What I really like about shadow signatures is I like asking the artist what would look best. Like, I'm just like, yeah, whatever you want to do. And then because sometimes they get a little wacky with it. They get a little dope with it. Like, look at this Necro. Oh yeah, this is a German Necro that I picked up, or that George picked up for me. Like, look at that. Ooh, you get the like little turquoise on the black. Oh, and he drew the eyes. Check out the eyes, just little dots. He got it's the color of the Necro swirl from the hand. That's dope. Yeah, I can lose the game in style. This Ideas Unbound is pretty dope. Fun fact, I found out that the character in Ideas Unbound is Anson Maddox. That is Anson over there. Unfortunately, I did not pass on this bit of trivia to someone who, shout out to Angel, who helped me get some of these cards signed when I was in the middle of doing contractually obligated work. But I did got Anson to sign. I like Anson. See, this is a kind of a dope thing because I respect when people get their old bordered cards just like single sigged, like just black Sharpie, that's it. But Anson's one of those old artists that will just like fucking paint it, you know? You want a shadow? Let's get it painted on. Looks great. Like my Transmute artifact is so dope. When I got my Transmute artifact signed, I was like, can you do a shadow? And Anson like does the shadow and is like, can I do a triple? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So my favorite thing about these events is getting cool cards signed by the artist, getting to tell them how much I love their work, and then getting to, oh, this isn't even all of them, right? Yeah, because I got more. Hold on. I got more somewhere. Let me grab something because I wanna show this off. Stay put. Heal. Okay. In here. There they are. I have even more stuff signed that I forgot. So some of you may know one of my favorite early artists in Magic is Liz Danforth. Hymn to Torak, Glacial Chasm, Portent, Merchant Scroll, Gem Bazaar, I believe, from Chandalar. Like, she is one of my favorite early artists, and actually responsible for me getting into collecting signatures. Because a long time ago, Yellow Jacket just bought a collection that had some old signed cards by Liz Danforth. And I was like, oh, that's dope. I want to pick up those. So I picked them up with the collection. And I was like, wow, signed cards are so cool. This is like the best thing you can do to a deck. And like perfect for a Canlander deck, right? Or a Canlander collection. And I finally got to meet Liz Danforth. And I got my German portent signed. Vorzeichen. I got my German glacial chasm signed. And importantly, I got my Hymn to Torax signed. And I was telling her this. I was telling her the story. I'm like, like, I'm so glad to see you at one of these events. Because, I told her the story. I'm like, you literally got me into collecting signed cards. And now this is my favorite thing for a MagicCon. Like, this is, obviously I go for work, but like the thing I do with what little time I have is I spend all my free time in the artist area, looking at stuff, talking to people, all that. Balanced breakfast. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing. God, I help contribute to the German Liz Danforth cards. Yeah, where's my scroll? I have the merchant scroll here. Oh, it's in one of my decks. It's in a deck box. But yes, thank you so much for the German signed merchant scroll. That's dope. So dope. So I'm telling this story to her and being very genuine about it, a little vulnerable, if you will. And she is so, she's getting, a very heartwarming conversation about it. Gengar and Nightvale. I swear to God. She's getting very, she says it's a very sweet story and everything. And she goes, tell you what, one sec. I've got something for you. And I go, oh, you've got something for me? And she goes, do you know what Origins is? And I'm like, Origins? That vaguely familiar? Is that like, that's like an old convention, right? So she gives me this. And she's like, Origins is an old con that back in the day, one of the things they did is for guests, like artists or people in the community, they would give them trading cards. So she gave me her trading card from the Origins convention. Come on, autofocus, and signed it and then crossed out her old email. She's like, that doesn't work anymore. And it was so dope. It was right at the beginning of the weekend too, just really kicked it off. And I'm just like, this is in my wallet. This is not, it left the wallet for me to show you, but this is not leaving my wallet. This is so cool. It was such a great moment. Really just like, it was one of those things when it happened, I'm like, oh great. Well, the best thing all weekend, just like my Friday was front loaded. I got a card named after me, designed after me. And I got the signed Liz Danforth Origins trading card. So dope. It was so dope. Want to get destroyed in the wallet? Yeah, but it'll always be on me. Doesn't matter the condition. I'm never getting rid of this. She even encouraged me to do it. So there's that. Now that we're in there, I did, in order to get that, I do have some more signed cards I'd like to share with the class, if that's all right. Let's go. I want to make sure that they're all together. This isn't even all of them because some of them are in decks and I don't want to have to pull apart decks to grab them, but I will share as much as I can. I thought I had another Randy Gallegos card. Gallegos. It might be in a deck. Oh, it's definitely in a deck. It's in I mean, fuck it. My deck's here. I mean, I do have another wallet card. My other wallet card is a CE Lord of the Pit. Because I just think that's dope. CE Lord of the Pit. This Scape Shift deck, by the way, over points now. Oh, I forgot to also, I got this pickup too. Mana Lick. 8th edition German foil Mana Leak. My Mana Lick. Oh, and I can't believe I forgot this one. I mean, I didn't forget it, but it was tucked away in the in my deck box. Oh, I got that one too. God damn, I got some cool cards. Oh, there it is. I found it. Oh shit, I dropped it on the ground. Oh, my office is an absolute mess. Absolute mess. I forgot to share the new pickup from George and also new Sig for the German foil preordain. Yeah, it's the it means it's the word for lick and leak, which I found very funny. This one's a long time coming. Ooh, the German foil top. The German foil Sensei's top. Ooh. Which means show the signature again? Okay. Here's the signature. There's the signature. Oh, the Weisse Kreisel de Sensei. This also means that I have a non-foil German top that I can... You want to see it unsleeved? Oh, like out of everything?
Yeah. How dare you?
Well, now there's an alert box in the way. Ooh. Ooh. You want to see it folded? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll bend my cards. I mean, shit, it's not going anywhere. This is my forever card. But this does mean that I now have a non-foil German top that I'm probably just going to give away a raffle for something. It's a subtle foiling until you see it in person, and then it really pops at specific angles. Okay. HB8U for the 11th month. Welcome back. How you doing? How you been? Glad to have you. May I say good to see you. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you're doing well. Jellyfish for the 22nd month. What up? How you doing? How you been? Walter. Oh, I see. It's not that bad. I can do it later. How you doing? How you been? Okay. Let's go through these cards. Hi, Bubba. Let's start with Randy Gallegos. This was also a pickup over courtesy of George. A German foil 9th edition, excuse me. German foil 9th edition Soul Warden. Very, very pretty. I'm thinking of getting an Exodus, a German non-foil Exodus one as well, to get signed. Just so I have options. Same with the Mana Leak. I mean, the Mana Leaks are tough because obviously it's Christopher Rush, so I'll have to buy those separately. Where is this going? I had a pile. Here's my pile. This one's very funny. Lorien Revealed, or Offenbarungen in Lorien. It's very, very fancy. It's my favorite German card. I do have a favorite German card. Actually, one of them, it's also Randy Gallegos. It's my German foil signed Auriok Salvagers. Or, I mean, I have another one. It's either my German foil signed Auriok Salvagers, or it's my FBB, my German FBB signed Volcanic Island. Mostly because this was my first FBB. Oh, my German pronunciation? I'm not trying. I'm rattling these bad boys off. Also, this is another Randy Gallegos. It's the Bogart Trawler, and of course, the Bogart Meyer. I will say, shout out to Randy. One, pay the artist more fucking money. If you go to one of these and you get cards signed, tip the artists, please and thank you. Trust me, you'll feel a lot better spending the money on tipping the artists and getting your stuff signed than you would on, like, I don't know, buying like 5 packs of Modern Horizons 3 or whatever, right? When Randy was totaling up the amount, I was like, are you sure? Because you signed both sides. And there are some artists that do charge you for both sides. And I don't really fault them for it. I get it. Like, you're doing 2 signatures. They're paying per signatures. And Randy just gives me this like confused look. He's like, no, I do it for each card. And I'm like, are you sure? He's like, oh yeah. Don't worry about it. And that was like oh hell yeah. So then I just tipped him as like enough money as though he signed both sides. I was like, no. Take it. That's really kind of you. You know? That's the kind of the cost costing structure that is just like dope, you know. Seeing the Lord of the Rings card made you sad? Why'd this make you sad? This card's beautiful. And it's very good. All right, who's up next? How about Eric Deschamps? I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce his name. Just Mopey? Oh, I see. I think that's it. Yes. I got 4. 1, my scuffed as hell German foil Celestial Colonnade. Himmlisch Soldenreich. Oh no, fuck. The new acquisition over the weekend too. German foil Brazenbauer. Dreister Longfinger. Dreister Longfinger. What's the going rate for an artist egg? Really depends on the artist. For shadows, I pay. There are some artists that do 8 per. There are some that go up to 15, which is. Look again. I want them to get paid. 15's a lot. 15's a lot. Especially for just like black and gold. Some will do different stuff too. We got the Woolabender Vert. The Woolabender Vert. The Prosperous Innkeeper. With a green. This is my favorite part about getting the shadows. Just being like, hey, what do you want to do? Just do whatever you want to do. And then he did a wild one for this Fateful Absence. He did a black, white, and red on the Fateful Absence. Or as I call it, the Schicksalhaft Abwesenheit. Schicksalhaft Abwesenheit. Schicksalhaft Abwesenheit. Got a very important one for the Eggs deck by Thomas Boxa. The Sharon Clawin. Thomas Boxa. I think my eggs deck is now, honestly, as far as the eggs go, we're pretty close to having everything German foil and working on the signatures. Some of them are tough. That's the only Boxa I got. This is the Saran, the Persist or Persistiran. From Dan Scott, I've got the Hopeful Initiate, or as I know it, oh, come on, focus. The Hopeful Initiate, or the Hoffnungsvoller Geweihte. I got an I just noticed how miscut my German foil Aarakocra Sneak is. My Aarakocra Schleicher. And it's also not, oh, damn it, it's not shadowed. I'm going to have to get it shadowed later. What else do we got? I don't know. Do we want to do some Mark Pool? I got my beta island, my like singleton beta island. So I have one of, they said they looked bad. Then I'm just going to have to get them to sign it twice. Somewhere else on the card. Got Mark Poole to sign my Prismatic Vista island. I guess how I'm going to word it. Oh, we have a German command. Not German, but what? This is this one isn't German. It's beta. I mean, I could probably find an incel, but I like beta lands here. Continuing the Mark Pool. This one's German. The rest are German. Got my Ausgleich, my balance. I didn't get my beta balance signed, but because I don't know. I'm always torn. Call me Natalie Imbruglia, because I'm torn between whether or not I want to use English beta or I want to use FBB for cards in beta. In German. It's a tough one. I wrestle with it. It genuinely keeps me up at night. Here's Urza's Hole. I think that's what it's called. Hole? Urza's Hole? Loch. Oh, it's like a Loch. Or lock. Hole. We got the Dirch Trunke Laren. The waterlogged teachings. Oh! Faux pas. Double signed. Got the back sign too. Ooh. Did I get a Schuler? Did I get any other Schuler stuff? I thought I got another Schuler. Is that it for Schuler? Oh no, that was Mark. I did my Mark Pool and never pool into your Schuler. I went from Mark Poole to Douglas Schuler. I mean, I do have I got my mountain sign. Although my beta mountain, now this is my singleton beta mountain. But I have like 40 beta mountains. I bought somebody out when they were looking to downgrade. But it feels weird because my singleton mountain used to be, y'all mind if I flex a bit? Y'all mind if I flex a little bit? Not a monetary flex, just the flex on how cool it is. But I guess this whole stream is kind of flexing. I mean, speaking of Schulers, so this was my singleton mountain for the longest time. It's a signed Arabians one, which is also a Schuler. But if I'm using betas for all my other like Prismatic Vista or like Canlander basics, then this is, what I'm using. But yeah, I think the Arabian signed one is just kind of cool to have. This is one I've had for a long time. How about a very quick Dan Fraser? This was another pickup from the weekend. Oh, look at that name. What the hell is this name? Erlock Tetter Lehrmeister. Enlightened Tutor. Oh, I think we're hitting the one-ofs. The fun of one-ofs. Do I have any more dupes? Oh, I have some dupes. My Archon of Maria got 2 little Ryan Pancost ones. Love the colors too, the gold and the purple. Just locking people out of the game, and you got some nice golds and purples. That's royalty colors right there. That's very pretty. To hell with the monarchy, but. And the I got my Paolo Mensch Clericer. I got a lot of D&T stuff signed, so maybe I'm going to be on a Canlander D&T kick. Which actually, this is a dope sig. I wish I had more Canlander stuff from Tyler Jacobson, but Tyler Jacobson did the. This was another pickup from the weekend. German foil Declaration in Stone. That's a very striking signature. That pops, especially on the white with the red banners in the art. Ooh, that's a nice looking one. Yeah, it's clean. It's a clean one. It's a clean one. Another one that I really like that I didn't have, I wish I had more of, because it really pops with the Satya, is I got Aaron Miller, my Satya Aetherstorm Genie. Aetherstrom. Or Aetherstrom. Mensch Handwerker. Hell yeah. Oh, remember the person, there was somebody saying like, hey, I can bring a German foil lightning angel to you. Didn't see them. I tried to reach out to them on the weekend and they didn't get back to me. In fact, I couldn't even get a hold of them because it was like, you're no longer in servers with them and they don't accept DMs. So if you were there and you had the German foil lightning angel from Apocalypse, apologies. I'm still interested. RK Post is at a lot of these, so I'm sure that I can get RK Posts. Sig? Check the money. It might be in there. Returned Explorer, how are you doing? How you been? Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Oh, I missed another double. Oh, I shouldn't show them all at the same time. From Hosu Hernandez. Why? It's Tireless Provisioner. I like their signature. Unermudlich Versorgerin. Jesus Christ, Ben. Tireless Provisioner. This artwork is a little, I wish it were a bit brighter. I think on certain printings it's a bit brighter, but like this one really pops. In this one it's soft. Can you Germans figure out your fucking just get it together. Please, I'm begging you. Look, I'm trying to pronounce your Wachposten der namenlosen Stadt. Yes. We can keep the LCI train going. I got Victor Adame Minguez to get my Inti. Very excited for this. I like to kill people with this card a lot. I like to cast my Moxen off this card. Or cast this card off my Moxen, either way. Inti Seneschal de Soden. Great signature. Me figure it out. The S in Stadt is a sh. Stadt? Oh, I knew that. But I thought that would be SCH. Stadt? Really like Martina Fakova. Martina Fakova does a lot of very colorful signatures. She did my Dragon's Rage Channeler I forget what German Dragon's Rage Channeler is in Amsterdam. But I like her color choices. They're always really nice. Lose Focus, or I just read this card's name. Fuck you. Fuck yous for lust. Fuck yous for lust? All cues were lost. Maybe that's what the birthday money goes to. It goes to German lessons. Oh, I forgot. I had another double face modal card. The witch enchanter, Bezobernd Hexe by Tower Walpole, and of course, oh, focus. Oh God. Hexen Gesignet Weid. Jesus. I really, on the back. Wait, hold on. Mensch. Yeah, the pun doesn't work very well in German. Mensch. Check the back for Mensch. And then last, certainly not least, this was another one that I was very happy to get. I didn't have a huge amount of cards. I chickened out. I didn't get my Mishra's Workshop signed. And I just straight up forgot to bring my Mishra's Factory. I got Kaya Folio's art on my German foil, my just German sorceress site. Zauberblick. Yeah. Very, very sweet woman. Very sweet woman. I think that might be it for German foils or German Sigs. I think there's probably some other ones that I'm missing, but yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Hold on. I picked up some pre-modern stuff too. I dropped a bunch of, oh, check this. This was from CubeCon, but I'll share it because it's dope. When we were waiting for our flight, I picked up, I bought 2 packs of Scourge from a local shop. Like Scourge. So if anybody wants some pack fresh carrion feeders or the brain freeze that I actually needed, my rares, one of the rares was a Decree of Silence and the other one was a Dawn Elemental. And I don't know if people remember this, but somebody gifted me a German pack of Scourge that I opened like last year. And I opened like last year or 2 years ago, and I opened a fucking Dawn Elemental. Like I still have this German Dawn Elemental. So I've opened at least 3 packs of Scourge in the past 3 years, and 2 times 2 of my rares have been Dawn Elemental. Very, very funny. Very funny to me. Oh shit. I forgot to show you a birthday gift. I don't know. I mean, I've told this story on chat. I've told this story on stream before. But when I lived in Vancouver and I got very sick and I couldn't work, I couldn't go to school, couldn't do basically anything. Even though it's Canada, unfortunately, I had the kind of sickness that wasn't killing me, just made me feel like I was dying. And so I was like, I don't know what to do. But I had Magic the Gathering cards that I could sell. And I sold a lot of them, sold a lot of my collection, basically sold out. But I kept a couple of things. I kept, for whatever reason, Bant lands, like Bant dual lands, some cards for 12 post. And despite the fact that they had been banned at this time, my playset of Survival of the Fittest. And I sell this all and I get a bunch of cash. And I go to an I go to an ATM, like a machine in my bank, to deposit some of the cash. And it gets stuck in the machine. And I'm like, oh shit. So I go to the teller. And I'm like, hey, this happened. Can I just like get this out of the machine? Like it's on camera. I can tell you what kind of bills. I can even tell you that I used to do this thing. I would get a little paranoid when I was putting bills in a machine before all this happened, that I would flip one bill to be a different way so that I knew like the third bill would be reversed. I'm like, I could tell you exactly it's going to look like this. And they're like, oh, that's not us. That's somebody else. We don't handle that. I'm like, it's right, but it's right there. Like, oh, we don't handle that. And so I'm like, well, I kind of needed that money. And had to, unfortunately, go back and be like, hey, I need to sell some more stuff. And the big ones was selling the my Survival of the Fittest. And now that I got back into pre-modern, or I got into pre-modern, and one of the things that I was really kicking myself about getting were survivals, because Madness was a deck near and dear to my heart. You know, killing people in extended back in the day. And I was like, I don't know if I want to get a place at a survivals. That's a lot, right? I got other shit to spend money on, like real life stuff. And it's like I'll just proxy or whatever, or like I'll just play the Blue-Green Madness without the survivals. But as a lovely birthday gift, I received a playset of Survival of the Fittest. And so now I have my beautiful Madness deck with the set of survivals. Ooh, and the Tech Gilded Drake to go with it. I mean, I had the Gilded Drake, but I got a very pretty set of Exodus Survival of the Fittest. Happy birthday to me. It was very funny because I didn't talk about this until after my birthday. But Serge didn't own a copy of Survival of the Fittest. And he comes up to me and he's so stoked. He's like, look what I got. I got a survival. And he got a survival from the booth. And I'm like, dope, man. Don't do it. Don't say a thing. Don't say a goddamn thing. I was saving myself. I will tell him, like, cool survival, dude. I have 4. But I'll need to do it with a shit-eating grin on my face. Also, if anybody's interested or wondering, we are going to be doing a pre-modern Friday Night Paper Fight at some point with all the decks provided by me. I still don't know what I want to do for the 4th deck. I have Rug, Madness, Black-White Control, Mono Red, and then the 4th deck is a little tough. The 4th deck could be whatever. I was thinking I do have cards for the solution, but blue-white uses most of those cards. I was thinking of doing Reanimator. Black-white, yeah, Black-white is on Gerard's Verdict. Check this bad boy out. Yeah, I don't own any of the cards for Replenish, unfortunately.
Eggs, EGGS eggs.
But check this bad boy out. Oh, I just reminded me, I finally own Tempest Reflecting Pools because I had a bunch of chash that I also shipped at the end of the weekend and just used it at the Laughing Dragon booth while talking to my buddies. And I was like, oh shit, the hall's closing. I'll find pre-modern stuff. Yeah, I got Black-White. We got Black-White with the full set of Exalted Angels. Ooh. Ooh. Finally, I can upgrade these Tainted Peaks. This is the deck when, remember, I was like, I thought I lost my set of Vindicates and Caves of Koilos, and I just still had them. It's dope. You get Skeletal Scrying, you get Decree of Justice. But the pre-modern stuff I picked up, a random assortment of cards. 2 Standstills, an Aura of Silence, and a Chroma Angel of Wrath in case I do Reanimator or if I just want to look at a Chroma. A Beat to Shit Goblin Sharpshooter. 3 Brushlands. I don't know what I'm going to use these for. 3 Brushlands, because I don't have... I might build Oath. Actually, I might build Terravore Oath and just proxy the Mox Diamonds. 2 Windswept Heaths. Look at this Windswept Heath. Look at it. Look at this beauty. Oh my god. Somebody took a bite out of this. Scruff McGruff must have thought it was crime, huh? Stupid fucking joke. Oh, yeah. An Arcanus? I don't know why. I thought this was... I was like, oh, yeah, this thing for like $1? Take it. Some more Pain Lands. 2 Reflecting Pools. And these bad boys. Oh, a Daze. That's also kind of cool. And these bad boys. Got the playset of Oaths. Got the playset of Oaths. Cool. Yeah. I'm excited to play some pre-modern. It'll be fun. I think it'll make a good show. Yeah, Oath isn't that expensive. It was like, I paid like $8 per Oath, or, well, $8 store credit or whatever. Frito Bandito back for the 6th month. Happy belated birthday, Wheeler. Ook ook. And a merry boot ook ook to you too. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you're doing well. Glad to have you on May Say. Good to see you. How you doing? How you been? Attack Cowboy for the 66th month. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for all the support. I hope you're doing well. That's a long ass time. What was this at? Fuck. Right, I cropped this. All right. Who wants to talk about previews?